Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round number 6 in Monza, Italy, the fastest track on the circuit with an average lap time of around 169 plus miles an hour. I should say that was the fastest ever time set by Juan Pablo Montoya, the then Williams driver, in 2004. We are going to be absolutely excited, waiting to see what's going to happen going into the turn one chicane to start the race, both in the sprint and the feature. There is a lot on the table, as pretty much Zeech has ran away with this, so a DNF could very much complicate everything for him. But positions 3 through about 7 or 8 are all within about a sprint win and feature win away from jumping up in the standings rather high. It's going to be high speeds, it's going to be tight turns. It could be mayhem. It could be heavenly. We'll see what happens. Tonight in the booth, we have Mad Rolla accompanying me all the way from Tejas. And we have, as always, our in-car commentary from the BWT Alpine machine, Big Moist. Lock up your moms and daughters because he will absolutely come drop by and say hey. What's up, Tendy? We see you in the stream. First time listener. Long-time caller. And qualifying looking pretty good so far for the McLaren boys, as both drivers are sitting in P1-2. Nichols was up in the top, and as always, the commentator's curse snaps. Zeech drops way back along with Chats, but now rockets back up to the front with Jamie Shelby staying hot on his tail, hoping to, break a streak of disqualifications and DNFs. Zeech now handily back up in the pole, really rocking a low. We got a big corner cut from Fat Labs, who is now back in P20. Not exactly what he was hoping for. Woff's now jumping very up front. Looks like Zeech may have gotten a little bit of looseness going on there, but we're going to go ahead and ride. Oh, and Dream to Cream, the reserve DNFs along with Fat Lives Matter. Not exactly what MCU Freedom's wanting to see with his reserve driver tonight. There's been so much action in qualifying, I haven't even had a chance to let Mad Rolla say hello. Mad, how is it going this evening? Great. Love to hear it, Mad. Glad you're with us. A man of few words. He is absolutely enthralled in what we're seeing right now as Pat Dog now in the P1 position, followed by Waffle, Shelby, Priority B, Nichols, Mad Attack, John C, as Chaps, working his way back up to 7, passing that. Zeech spins, pushing on an absolute burner of a lap. Not exactly what the man who's leading the table wants to see. Nichols, though, very much happy with that, as he is currently sitting in the P2 position in the point standings.
That was not ideal.
All right, let's see here. Go ahead and check the quick qualification, as Pat Dog will be your pole sitter with Priority Bean after a race absence, jumping up into the P4 position. Very much going to be happy for Priority Bean. And we're going to have Nichols, Mad Attack, As Chaps, John C, Classy Maxi, Prince Tomo on the PC, followed by Takeshi, Prying Oak, Big Moist, JMN, Hold My Dung. Oh, I'm sorry. That's going to be Phil Mustard in the Haas for Hold My Dung. Who's the other Williams driver that's here? That be Dream to Cream? No, he already DNF'd. Who is the Williams? We need to know. Tell me, baby girl, because I need to
Front
know.
tires. Any pressure in the front tires?
Yeah, what I run on this is the flat 23 with a 21.8 in the rears. I normally will run the 20. I won't run a full out 25 in the rears. I'll do a little bit less for the quali, and see what we can get. But the lights are now going. We got some drivers trying to warm up the tires under the start. The lights are out, and away we go for the sprint race here at Monza. So far, so good. Looks like it's going to be smooth, but we have some jostling in the back of the pack as they are going 2, 3, and 4 wide. Going down into the first turn is going to be very, very clutch. Oh, we got a little bit of touch, and there's mayhem as the Mercedes of Dream to Cream.
That's it. Just
actually, that'd be Jamie Shelby.
thanks, guys. Just stay on the gas.
Fat Lives.
Appreciate it.
It looks like, all things considered,
Rear wing damage before I even get the second turn. And
Jamie
I just
Shelby.
get punted off. Dude, are you kidding me?
Well, we might have a brand new
Nice
At
of
Limits
trying over to
opener.
learn how to fucking drive.
Hey, if you've never joined us before, this is not a friendly chat at times. It was actually Hold My Dung sitting in a Williams. That's who it was. We're now good and live. Well, a little bit of turn 1 mayhem there with Jamie Shelby getting spun around, allowing Pat Dog to get up to a nice 1.5 second lead with Waffles running in P2, and Nichols also avoiding the mayhem, another 1.5 seconds back. That is now 3 seconds back to the leader, to P3, and right behind Nichols, it is a very tight battle with Matt Attack, who's got a great run of speed going down the front stretch into that tight first, second turn chicane. Classy Maxi also on his tail, and Priority Bean, who started in P4 position, now losing 2 after that turn 1 mayhem.
Oh, who the fuck just reset the track? Takashi? Jesus.
Oh, perhaps because I wasn't including my audio, I could not hear
We got a big pile up, dude.
perhaps
Big pile up in the chicane. There's like 6 cars.
I missed it. I missed the mayhem. It's still happening.
Oh, Woody's around. What the fuck is going on?
Phil Mustard, severe collision with Prince Tumbo. There's still a lot going on. Potential. Oh my goodness. Prying Oak now getting around.
Karma.
Well, there's certainly a lot being missed here, and I do apologize for that. There's just way too many on-track incidents and battles going on at the moment to be able to capture it all. Pat Dog, though, putting up a fast pace, soon to be surpassed by Waffles, and then ultimately Nichols, now sitting at a 1:21.828 for the fastest lap thus far.
Bunch of smooth brain damage times.
Well, you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them, and we'll see what happens. So far, your biggest winners on the day are going to be Dream to Cream and Fat Lives Matter, who have avoided both the turn 1 mayhem on the first lap and also the melee that was on the second lap, as they are now each both 10 positions to the better, with unfortunately Prince Tomo, Jamie Shelby dropping to the back, Zeech also working his way up to the front from a P18 starting spot, but we do have another caution as Prince Tomo is around once again, reversing out of the turn 2 in 1 chicane. Oh, let's see. That's right. It is the Variante del Retipilo. I just butchered that, so please do not hate me, Italian listeners.
Chicoza.
Turn my mic up, Heinz, says Savage. I will do that as soon as this is completed. But the game source is currently down, so that's why we're going to have that little bit of an issue there. So bear with me, and we can adjust that. And absolutely, Tenda, you are correct, Lumpy Cheeks. There is a little bit of mayhem here, as we have to unfortunately watch a little bit more of the battle that's raging here. Nichols on the charge along with Mad Attack now. What 1.1.5 second behind Waffles, now just just a little over 7/10 of a second. This is still anybody's race for P2 and getting those valuable 3 and 2 points respectively for a second and third place finish. For those of you who have not yet joined a Fat Lives Matters, or I should say a Fat Limits F1 League race, the season format is one-shot quali, a 5-lap sprint race that is worth 4, 3, and 2 points respectively to the top 3 finishers, and then a 50% feature race with regular corner cuts, simulation damage on reduced, and no resets allowed. Other than that, it's pretty much whatever you want to go for, except for the occasion here and there where we're going to do a little bit of a reverse grid format. We just had our first one, I believe it was in round 3 going into Austin that we saw that happen. Oh, and there's mayhem with Woody Main going around again. He is 2 races removed from his first ever Fat Limits F1 League victory at Saudi Arabia, which was a phenomenal drive for the young driver out of the East Coast. Zeech now sitting at P10. Unfortunately for him, though, he is stuck at about the 10th position. I think he may have hit his max ceiling for that. We're going to go ahead and stand here as Nichols and Woffs are still battling. Woffs has gotten a round of Nichols. We did miss that, and I apologize for it. But I think Woffs is going to be all out of DRS. Both drivers are. I don't think he's going to have enough to get by, but there is still very much a battle going on behind. We're going to ride on board with Mad Attack and Classy, and Cody Bean does not get the turns he would have hoped for. But we still got a little bit now as Chaps and Dream are now battling. John C. picking up a 3-second penalty. Oh, and there's wrecking across the line. Fortunately, both drivers have crossed. That is not what they're going to want to see. And Jamie Shelby DNFing across the line just for a kind of what's about it. And Prying Oak's going to drive right into the other cars, finishing off the job. And as Prince Thomas comes around the Parabolica, he's going to see madness all in front of him, but fortunately for him, AI will be able to take him a roundabout, and Woody's just going to end it and drive directly into the pit wall. I sure hope that Stewart on track is okay. Hey, Moisty, are you able to hear our boy Matt Rolla? And we'll be back after this quick commercial break.
Nah, I can't hear him.
Yeah, that's very, very strange. Oh, and Prince Tom was leaving. Unfortunate. Pat Dog, though, happy to miss the Turn 1 mayhem. We'll be back after a quick intermission to get the grid set, and we will be back to you live for the sprint, the feature race here for round number 6 in Monza, Italy for the Italian Grand Prix.
At 18,000 revolutions per minute, this isn't music. This is the scream of science. This is the inner world of pneumatic valve springs, of mean effective pressure, 300 brake horsepower per liter of displacement. The quest for the perfect 4-stroke V8 naturally aspirated reciprocating engine. And in the middle of the hot metal, the carbon, the alloy technology, sits flesh and blood. Rising out of its carbon fiber monocoque, the coolest head. These are the eyes that can pick out a face in the crowd, as if motion were being slowed down. Not passing in a blur at 200 miles per hour. This is the pure mathematics of angles and aerodynamics, the physics of g-forces and friction, and the raw instinct to race. These are the masters of speed. This is Formula One.
And it's lights out and away we go!
So by mistake, we did have the former driver of the Red Bull, who I think still might actually be in the Red Bull, Prince Tomo from the west coast of the United States, gracing us with his presence. How's it been so far in the PC compared to that of the Xbox? Hey, but you know what? Being where you're at for the feature start may not be the worst idea considering what we saw not once but twice going into the turn 1 and 2 chicane.
I'm just gonna
Absolute
die.
mayhem.
Safety car. Yep.
You know what though? Better to happen in the sprint than in the feature. But if there's one thing we know, which you absolutely have the pace, and you got the Fanatec, so hey, we wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to watching the feature. Hey, you too, bud.
Good luck, man. Put $10 down, safety car lap 1.
I don't know if it happened lap 1, but I think there will be at least one. I think there will be one virtual safety car.
If we have happened what just happened, we're definitely getting a safety car. That car is trying to go 3 wide through turn 1, and you got cars behind him like, oh, let me just have him my gas and push him through. Look like the last lap at Talladega. Everybody just nuts the butts pushing.
The image I have for the image I have is not what I was hoping it would be. Images, tracks.
At 18,000 revolutions per minute, this isn't music. This is the scream of science. This is the inner world of pneumatic valve springs, of mean effective pressure, 300 brake horsepower per liter of displacement. The quest for the perfect four-stroke V8 naturally aspirated reciprocating engine. And in the middle of the hot metal, the carbon, the alloy technology, sits flesh and blood. Rising out of its carbon fiber monocoque, the coolest head. These are the eyes that can pick out a face in the crowd, as if motion were being slowed down. Not passing in a blur at 200 miles per hour. This is the pure mathematics of angles and aerodynamics, the physics of G-forces and friction, and the raw instinct to race. These are the masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Welcome back once again from a brief intermission as we set grid for the feature race here at the Italian Grand Prix. We are now ready to go. The drivers are about to get on the track and get their setups ready. Make sure those tire pressures are ready to go, because if you watched what happened last week, the formation line did not work according to plan for us, as normally we have one individual host, despite whether he is on a rotating seat of the admin stewards or not. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on who you ask, for the drivers, there is no formation lap, so the tires will be absolutely 100% cold as we enter into turn number 1.
Say 23.5 or 23.8 for your front tires.
All the way down.
All the way down, like no pressure in them at all.
Yep. And then I do 21.8 in the rears. And that for me gave me a really good balance with not a ton of tire wear.
Yeah, the sprint was 18 miles. The 50%er will be 97.2. So, it's a huge difference. And we're here at the Temple of Speed, which is, Italy has 2 tracks, Imola and this one, Monza. This is the fastest one. This is the classic. And here we go.
They actually have 3. They had the Tuscan Grand Prix in
You're right,
2020 as well.
Mugello. Yeah, but that's more of a MotoGP
You got it, Mugello.
track. Yeah,
It is. Just like Cutter.
Oh, you boys are dumb. You boys are dumb going.
All right,
full
here we
throttle.
go. Into the first turn.
Also, I like how you said cutter properly.
Pat Dog backs out.
Whoa!
Oh, and they're touching. People got real aggressive here. Not going to be the most thing. We got one AlphaTauri off, I believe.
Oh!
JMN going very slow.
John C. and Pat
Takeshi
Dog.
also. Did Takeshi reset the track? We got Woody Man around as well. Purdy Bean in the back now. Hold My Dung spun off into the gravel as well.
And
I think Takeshi may have reset. But as you can see now on the bottom, we do have the projected pit stop strategy. I wish that would stay up more often from Cody's. Don't know if that's ever going to be on a wish list.
Also,
Zeech, though,
Yep, he made up
7
all those
positions.
places. Yep. Him and Matt.
Zeech, 7 positions in the first 3.
Oh, well, there goes Jamie.
Golly. Jamie also doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, Jamie, Matt, Zeech have been our top 3 drivers these past few races, and again, it looks like nothing can stop them from getting to the top. Let's see what they can do.
We got a lot of moving and weaving
Dude,
back
who
there
is
by Classy
weaving?
Jackson.
I just seen this car weaving. Jesus.
Oh, I think that was Zeech.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Classy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a little FIA commentating. I'll be back in 1 second.
I don't know who that was. Maybe it was Zeech. I don't know. I just seen a car weaving like crazy.
Oh, Loaded Beast. Oh, Loaded Beast takes out Dream.
Hey, Classy, this is the FIA. You're gonna have to be careful in that weaving on the straight with all them cars around. Yeah, you're gonna need to watch that weaving with all those cars around on the straight a little bit there, bud. Appreciate it. Thank you. No, you're fine. You're fine. Just try to keep it to a minimum if you can. I'm very, very sneaky. All right, we are back. So apparently my mic is being very quiet tonight, which is very weird. So we're going to go ahead and reset this thing and see if we can't get a little bit better stuff. Big Moist picking up a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. Please clip and submit that if you get the opportunity, and we will have a look at removing that. And we have JMN around again. You're about to... No, do not retire. Do not retire. Okay. Don't... Hey, it's not worth retiring. You never know what can happen. Unfortunately not. If it is served in the pits, you will not have time removed because it's unfortunately not fair. But hey, we got Matt Attack spun around here in the front, so you never know what can happen. Unfortunately for Matt Attack, in a terrible spot, having to watch every single driver just continue to drive by him. It is the longest wait this poor driver has had. He's able to get around safely and out of the way, allowing the other drivers in the Williams, not being pulled by Doug, to get around him. Very unfortunate for what could have been a very, very strong contender in the front. Nichols, on the flip side, however, is absolutely loving this as he is checked out to a 5.2 second lead. And we got Zeech and Jamie Shelby going back and forth. Zeech having to back out, but Jamie getting a little bit loose as he gets on the throttle, getting a little bit of understeer there. And Azchap's also hot on the tail as well, now making the move on the inside, or excuse me, the outside. Really looking good for the McLarens thus far, but we'll see if the commentator's curse strikes yet again. At this point right now, Nichols is hoping for everything but a safety car. And I don't think I saw any weather on the radar, so it should be a very dry race. He is indeed. He is indeed. Going very wide and just absolutely annihilates the poor board. Zeech repaying the favor to Jamie Shelby just one lap later, using the DRS, going down the front stretch into turn number 1 to get past him and then get out to a nice little 0.3 of a second gap, which he also has over the other Azchaps. Prince Tomo. I'm sorry, go ahead. My apologies. Well, unfortunately for most of our drivers, that is probably inevitable. It's not a matter of if, but when. But I do want to point out, and hopefully this does not curse him, Tomo, though, starting P19, now up to P number 8, really avoiding that first turn mayhem yet again. Sitting back worked for him. Hopefully he'll be able to keep this up the remainder of the race, as Big Moist still sitting in a decent little position with no damage. But unfortunately our in-car commentator going to find out here. One thing we have not talked about yet real quick, and we're going to go ahead and bring it up, the tire situation. Dream to Cream and JMN both having to pit, putting on the softs, trying to make up a little bit of gap time. Because it's pretty spread out throughout the track. There's various groups everywhere. As Nickel continues to now extend his lead even farther to a 6.3, 6.5 second lead. As the two McLarens finally get around Jamie Shelby, including Woffs as well. And Jamie Shelby dropping back yet again to Classy. Just an absolute DRS change going there, but the majority of the drivers starting on the mediums, only Hold My Gun, Fat Lives Matter, Pat Dog, and Zeech starting on the hards. So Zeech absolutely taking advantage of other drivers' mistakes and misfortunes on those hards. He is in a prime position to run it as long as he can with his teammate on an opposite strategy. Pat going around once again in the Parabolica. Did you pick up damage off that or no? Hey, it's a long race. You got time. You are the mid-pack veteran. Nope, you're a mid-pack veteran. You got this. Okay, but here's the thing. One slip up from Takeshi, and you're right back in it. P8 through P13 are within about 2.5 to 3 seconds of each other. Anything can happen, especially as now the McLarens switch positions. Chaps going around Zeech into the final chicane as we come up to the Parabolica straight. Ooh, and Woody Man DNFs. And if you look to your left-hand side now as we're driving by, that is right where I was sitting. It's 2019 Frank Grand Prix when Charles Leclerc won. We now are seeing our first rounds of pit stops as we are on a full course yellows. Is the safety car deployed? No, I believe it is. Yeah, I see the little yellow dot. It is a full course safety car. It took 8 laps to get here, but we have made it. Hey, Moisty, you got a chance. Get that wing replaced, hit that 5-second penalty. You're back in it, bud. You dropped 2 positions. Here we go. Then not replace the wing. Hey, that's okay. You know why? You got another lap to pit. You're fine. It's 17. You're 18. P18. Go ahead. Pit one more time. Put it back on.
Just let me be miserable, man.
No. Woody jumping in. What happened there, bud? What happened? What happened, Mikey?
No, Woody, not like this. Just lost the back end. Just lost the back end.
So a little bit of snap understeer. Or
Yeah.
Did you have too hot of tires on the outside carcass?
Yeah, it's just too hot. Lots of wear on that rear left.
You know, there's been a lot of chat going back and forth in the Discord about various tire setups, and Zeech actually posted a whole little setup on it. But I found that putting that 21.8 in the rears, no matter what track I've been on, is just giving me an absolute phenomenal grip. Anywhere between about a 21.8 to about a 22.5.
Damn.
Unfortunate, but hey, we never got to catch up to you after Saudi Arabia. What was it like to get your first ever Fat Limits F1 League victory in what could be arguable as your most dominant drive yet in 4 seasons and for Ferrari?
Well, I was gonna say, it was pretty good. It was a good drive. I kind of drove my heart out there. Me and my teammate had a good plan.
Yeah.
But a wise man once told me, act like you've been there before. You know, I won the race. I'm humble. Hopefully, I can get back onto the podium here soon. You know, obviously, one a good day for me today. But it is what it is. You know, just gotta keep on going, keep on fighting. You know, fall down, get right back up. You know.
It is, and I think we got a little Bobby Boucher there, which was a very nice touch. But we definitely know that your boys at home, the Pups, were absolutely your biggest supporters and fans after that. Hopefully, the champagne was flying, and the Red Rockets went glare. So,
Yeah, buddy. All right, well, you guys enjoy the race, man.
hey, you do the same. Thank you for stopping by as always. Love to have you, Woody Main, a one-time winner here in the Fat Limits F1 League, picking up his maiden voyage again in Saudi Arabia in dominant fashion.
See you, bitches ain't shit but hoes.
Goddamn right.
This guy.
I love that southern accent. I was laughing so hard.
That was definitely some Bobby Boucher type. So, Moist, if I'm you, bud, go ahead and pit. You got Chaps diving into the pits now. Go ahead, put on those tires and run to the end, man.
No, you were right. I spelled the wrong one.
Zeech, though, he's going to need a late safety car. He could be in trouble.
Him and Tomo, both are still on 9 lap tires.
Yeah, but Tomo's going to run those and probably play the... Oh, but hold on. Zeech, red fuel. Tomo, red fuel. Nichols, red fuel. Classy, red fuel. Jamie, red
Everybody
fuel. Pat
is.
Dog.
It's a bug.
Yeah, I don't think that matters.
I don't know. It
Yeah,
could be for this
I'm
race,
red
but the past
fuel.
few weeks it's been a little bit different.
Oh,
I'm red fuel, and I didn't touch the fuel at all.
mine blinks red all the time when I race. I always have one lap extra of fuel.
Yeah. That was our last stop. Fucking Mark.
Zeech went out on the hard, so I think he still has another 10 laps. So he's gonna look to pit to mediums for that last stint, maybe. Either way, going on one stop. So if you safety car later on, that would benefit both. The only it won't be good for them if there isn't a safety car. Then they will have to make up that pit stop time.
The second half
Zeech,
of
just
this
a
race
few.
brought to you by 1800 Silver Tequila, hitting that blue agave. Zeech trying to be a little bit like Cole Trickle here and get a little bit of Robert Duvall telling him to hit the pace car because it's the only damn thing he hasn't hit on the track today.
Are we gonna see a Days of Thunder too?
Probably not.
Never say never, man. I never thought I'd see another Top Gun.
Yeah, but like Top Gun's like flying. That was like what Days of Thunder would only work if Tom Cruise was like in the F1 or something. Like it's like it's not the same as like making him a retired Air Force pilot. Like an older what did that character do anyway? He just raced around in a wheelchair? The Cole Trickle dude? That was his name, right? Cole?
He was a
That's
racer,
Trickle.
man.
Yeah, he would that's when Tom Cruise would just put on cowboy boots. That's all he did for that movie, just put on cowboy boots. Right, we have a green flag here.
Zeech got a phenomenal start on those hard tires in front of, but right behind though, there's a lot of cars going side by side. We got the Williams of Nichols and Jamie Shelby on his outside. Jamie Shelby getting wide into the gravel. Oh, we got a caution. We got cars around. I believe it's Pat Dog.
Pat Dog.
Oh no! Come on, man! Loses his
He's the only
entire
one.
front wing. Are you kidding me? Oh no! Oh,
Leave the sound bite.
Oh, but we got JMN also running very, very slow, but causing mayhem for the drivers behind him. I
JMN
believe
is
he's
lap.
a lap
Flag.
down.
He's got to get out of the way, man. On AI. Oh my God, dude, he went AI. Is AI stopping in the middle of the corners?
That's not allowed.
Jeez. Nah, I mean, everybody made it through.
No, people got screwed.
Good day, I mean, everybody's racing. Better than him playing as that and pull out, and now we got
Takashi
yellow.
just spun. That's Takashi.
Oh, we got a pile up on this back straight.
JMN also involved yet again. Riding on board here with Prince Tomo sitting on the mediums, same age tires as our leaders each. The only two who have not pitted yet. Everybody on the hards, with the exception of Zeech, going to the end. A couple other drivers here looking to maybe potentially make a two-stop strategy, such as Loaded Beast in the P10 position. Crying Oak also on 11 lap rolling soft. Mediums, excuse me, must have pitted after that lap 1 mayhem. He most likely will have to be on a two-stop strategy as well.
Shelby's also, I think he's catching waffles. He's right on him.
Prince Tomo, wow, Zeech running has to be close to 0-0s. He is absolutely pulling away from the rest of the field. So while that happens, we're going to go ahead and take a ride back through the field. Riding on board with Zeech as they go down the front stretch. Tomo's right on behind him, about a second out. 1.2 seconds back from P2 is P3 with Nichols. Another 2 seconds to Waffles. Jamie Shelby in 5th, Classy Maxie in 6th, Prying Oak in 7th, followed by the other Aston Martin, Matatak in 8th. The second McLaren, as Chaps in 9th. Loaded Beast, who made it in just in time for the races today and running P10. That is all of your current points finishers. In 11th, we have the reserve Dream to Cream, followed by the Williams of Hold My Dong. John C. in the AlphaTauri running P13. Our in-car commentator week in and week out. The man, the myth, the legend, Big Moist running in P14. Ernie Bean, who started P4, not having the day he would have hoped, back now 11 spots down into P15. Pat Dog, you know there's going to be a good sound bite from me, 34. Now back to P16 after having to pit again after that restart. His teammate Takeshi running in hot pursuit. Fat Lives Matter now on the softs, and P18
there goes Bean
Adams and
around.
Stewards. And finally, JMN 12, excuse me, just driving around nice and slow. 1 lap down into P19 position, and oh, Fat Lives now out of the race. DNFs, not sure what happened there. It is a full course safety car being deployed once again. Perfect timing for Zeech.
Zeech is
Now gonna
pitting.
go ahead and pit, put on his mediums, and
So
take
is Tomo.
advantage of the safety car, but he's going to lose a lot of positions on this pit for both those drivers.
Yeah, but it was now or never.
Oh, they had
with
to,
that
but,
safety car,
but the good thing is for them,
was-
everybody behind them's pitting. Why not? Take advantage of it. You got 12
Yep.
laps to go. Can you make the soft start? Mad, you are kind of the guru when it comes to tires. You run in PRL, you run Fat Limits. Who knows how many other leagues you're in. You're always on. I saw you this morning at like 9:30 in the morning playing some F1 2022. What is the tire degradation looking like, and what is the lifespan of these tires before that drop-off?
Monza is a little bit less tire degradation. The track we had Sunday was a lot higher. Here, I think Zeech is gonna made a good call with those mediums. He has 13 laps left, and that's just about the lifespan for the medium tires here at Monza.
And keep in mind too, with the slower speed, he's probably got at least 1 to 2 laps under safety car. That if he goes ahead and doesn't heat him up too much, as you see him let off the gas and coast in the turn, he should only get maybe 3 to 5% wear on those tires. That will extend that life just a little bit more.
Yeah. The biggest change, like we've talked about before, is that you only get one medium
Oh,
and
hold
one
on, real
hard
quick,
tire.
real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, but real quick. Takeshi drive-through penalty, speeding under safety car. Oh, that's gonna hurt the young driver out of the Midwest. All right, sorry. Back to you now.
No. Pad Dog also gets one. Pad Dog also with the drive-through.
Are you kidding me?
No, they both
Come
got
on.
it. He just got it right after. Yeah, so this season it's become a lot harder to stack exactly your strategy. You don't have as many tires to rely on, and the mediums I think have become like the staple tire. It's a good 10 to 13 laps of pace wherever you're at. The softs are just a qualifying tire and a finishing tire, really, like baseball closing pitcher.
So if it's gonna be about, you said about 13 laps for those mediums, I'm thinking the softs can get probably 5 to 7, depending on your tire pressure and how you drive aggressively or not, and how quickly you want to get on that throttle and just kind of heat them up a little more than what they need.
Yeah. So, and one thing that's important as a driver too is you sort of want to gauge how long you're going to be under safety car when you pit, because
100%.
And then it also matters if you're going to come out and chase the pack or if you're going to come out and coast.
Yep.
Because all of that, you have to factor all of that into your tire wear. So,
well, we're really going to find out.
Yep.
You got Prince Tomo on the softs. You have Zeech on the mediums. That right there are the two people that are going to show you what's going to happen between those tires. Pat Dog, Takeshi, the other two on the softs, they have to. Oh, and I just also noticed Priority being DNFs as well. Not the race he was looking to see in Italy.
Safety car.
But Pat Dog and Takeshi, they got to do that drive-through. Unless another safety car happens, I think unfortunately for them, it's going to hurt them. But now they're tiptoeing around. As you can see, there's a huge gap. So the question then becomes, does the safety car wait, or are we going to go green this time by?
I think it's going to go green. Sometimes, but it's hard to call because it's an AI that's doing the math. So sometimes if the drivers are scattered, it'll wait for them. Sometimes, I think it's because it's Tomo, it's gonna wait. But once Tomo catches up, I think it's just it'll go. Because the next guy up is J-Man and he's lapped.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna matter if J-Man catches or not.
But what unfortunately sucks though for with the safety cars, it's our second safety car for Nichols, who has gotten out to a very sizable lead, both prior to the first safety car, post first safety car, and now is going to have to do it again with the second, all on equal tires, all bunched together. It's going to come down to how we can get that start without dropping below that minimum threshold of, I believe, it's 62 miles an hour for 100 kilometers. I'm excited. There's a lot left on the table here.
Yeah, this tire strategy, like you said, it's gonna. I'm curious to see how Zeech and the younger tire crew, even Prying and Loaded, they have younger hards. So whatever they do, they're gonna do it to everyone in the front because everyone in the front's already on 9 and 7 lap tires. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the back pack mixes up with the front pack. We have 10 laps, I think.
We have 10 currently, and it's going around one last time.
Yep. It's gonna let the alphas catch.
You know, Moist, if I'm you think you can pull it off? I'm going for those softs.
Nah, 10 laps. Nah, I'm not here.
Yeah, definitely here.
Nah, dude. No way.
Tomo's pitting again. Tomo just pit for
I don't think I can make those. I don't think I can make those last 10 laps.
I think he's gonna pit for mids. No softs. Tomo gets new softs. Hot dog gets new softs.
I don't think I
I
can.
don't understand why Pat's.
Well, they're gonna get left behind if they don't catch up to safety car.
I don't know why Tomo pit again.
I don't know, maybe bank
Well-
on another safety car in turn one when on restart.
Maybe. Well, I mean, he went twice around with the softs, so I don't think he was happy with the tire wear from those 2 laps. It makes sense since he only lost a couple of positions anyway. He only went behind Takashi. So, like, on paper, it makes sense, you know? But he did delay the safety car. Hopefully, it doesn't actually delay it another lap.
It won't. They're too close this time by.
Yeah, I think that was a good call then. I think he was able to sneak new tires in.
No, for Prince. Oh, I think that was a great call.
Yeah, for
because now
Prince.
you
Yep.
because now you
Yep,
know.
it's
See,
in-
there you go, safety car this time by.
Yep.
But now you know for a fact he's gonna be able to. The
Yep.
game kind of glitching a little bit here, making all the drivers in the front slow down, showing that green flag all the way around the trap when we are not quite ready for it. It's gonna be very exciting.
One thing that drivers forget is that the safety car has to get a considerable amount of distance, and then it has to disappear into the pit lane. So you have to bunch up a little bit more right before the start. Even the leader sometimes will get braked like automatically just to let the safety car get ahead. And here we go. It's about to start.
It is indeed. And this time by, we will have 9 more laps to go. Nichols did not get the start he would have hoped.
No, Walt's right behind him.
While all of the top, really 7 got a great start. All the drivers are nice.
Oh, so-
All the tires. Who's around? Nobody's around. No, there is one driver around. I believe it was JMN, maybe.
Well, they spun and recovered because they kept going.
They did
Whoever
indeed.
that was, they kept going.
Unless there was braking to get out of the way, so he did not get
Yeah.
yelled at once again.
Yeah, I saw someone go broadside though. I know. I saw what you saw. I just saw it far away.
Both Alfa Romeos have now served the drive-through pits, and they are 100% hoping that these front drivers are going to get into a wreck. Here we go into probably the next 2 to 3 laps, because they're going to need everything they got. And if that happens, everybody will be pitting for those soft tires.
Zeke's up to P8. Made another pass on Dung down the straight. They go down through Ascari. Zeke's just working those mids.
He can. He's got the laps to do it. Now, one thing I would like to see from our boy Big Moist here is if you can, at any way, shape, or form, zoom in on Pat Dog's stream when he gets in a wreck, and please turn it into a meme where it says, "Come on, man, are you kidding me?" I would 100% love you to send that to me, and then just let me post it at the right time, and it will be absolutely hilarious. Zeech now down on the
Classy-
front stretch gets around Dream to Cream, puts the sights
Classy gets
on
a bit
his
of waffles.
teammate. He does indeed, but Classy has a penalty. Let's see what it is here. Prince Tomo with the fastest lap at 1:23.058. Dream to Cream with 6 seconds of penalties. Right now he is dropping back, way back out of the points, unfortunately, for our boy, the defending champion, MCU Freedom, 46. I'm sorry, 67. No, it is 40. No, it is 67.
67.
Classy Maxi with a 3-second penalty as it stands now. He's dropping back to about P6. Actually, probably worse than that, unfortunately. He might be sitting around P7. Yikes. Zeech now going on the inside of his teammate who goes a little bit wide, coming out of that last chicane. Or I should say series of S's. Coming up into the Parabolica turn now. Zeech, a man on the mission, having spun out in qualifying, worked his way up to, I believe, win the sprint race. No, he did not win the sprint race. I'm sorry, he made it up 10 positions almost. Actually,
Nichols
make
won.
it 8. Nichols won it. Very valuable point. Oh no, it was actually Pat Dog who won, followed by Nichols and then Waffles.
Shelby went really deep and had to take the exit route down the red Aquila chicane.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
a little bit too
yellow.
aggressive.
After green.
Pat Dog coming in at a 122.458, absolutely lighting it up on those softs. No DRS whatsoever, saying, I may not be in the top 10 to get that extra point, but you're not going to get it either. Classy now
No, but I
has
think-
to be on the drive of his life and somehow get in striking distance of Nichols, who
Yep,
has
he wants to
50...
get- Oh yeah, I was gonna say he has to get DRS on him. That's like what Maxi wants right now.
He does,
Getting
but here's
DRS
the
on
issue.
him.
Nichols has 59% ERS. Classy has 10. Waffles is sitting behind with 46. Matt is using everything he has. He's down to 5. Zeech is down to 22. Chaps at 35. Jamie Shelby now down to 20. Dream at 41.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Hold My Dung at 75%. Hold My Dung has the most ERS on the track outside of Takeshi, who's sitting at 100 because, well, he's pretty much on a Sunday drive on an island on his own. He is absolutely, by far, incredibly far behind. The next closest car is 18.5 seconds in front. That's Pat Dog. The next group in front of them is about 30 seconds ahead.
Now we have Zeech up in P4. Gets around Mad Attack. Oh, also, I think this might be the best place to announce it. Both Mad Attack and Zeech are going to be McLaren drivers for my team, McLaren at PRL.
Oh, very nice.
So we're going to have 2 Tier 1 guys representing Fat Limits over there.
That'll be interesting to see how those two work together.
Yeah, I'll do my best to stream their races as much as possible. I think I should be commenting the Tier 1 race over there, so if I am, if you guys want to see them race, it'll be on my channel.
I did go ahead and submit my time trials that were from like as soon as the update set up.
Nice.
So I was like, look, I'm a reserve, but I still have not been admitted. I was like, look,
Yeah.
I just don't have the time. If I'm sitting around and it's a rainy afternoon and y'all need somebody,
Oh,
I'll run
somebody slow
T2.
Chaps.
But
Coming out of a Scary.
Chaps not looking good. Now dropping back to P13. Gets
Yeah,
back
but
going
Zeech-
again though in front of Prying Oak. He's still not out of the question of points though. Zeech up to P3.
Yep. Like a madman. He's out of ERS though.
Dream's mediums are dying off on him.
Yep.
Well, they have been on for 13 laps. He's going another 5. That
He's gonna
is
hit the
well
limit.
on the barrier of mediums. Prince Tomo, though, also working his way, slicing and dicing through the field. 3-lap pressure tires, but he's about to hit the drop-off zone as well. Probably next lap to 3 laps.
I do think that's where you find out what kind of driver you are.
John.
When your tires are
That
slippery
works.
and you're not too sure if you're going to have traction or not, and you send it.
100%.
Yeah, anyone can drive 10-lap mediums. Can you drive 18-lap mediums? That's the real question. I think last year some of the guys would take the hards to like 25 laps, 26 laps. It would be insane. They would just push the hard as far as it would go. Wops is also in danger. He doesn't want to get overtaken by Matt, but Matt has DRS on him. And if he doesn't make the pass now, he will have it down the second DRS zone.
Potentially, but not entirely. Wolf still has about
Dude,
16%
what
more.
Are you kidding me? Thanks. Thanks, Chaps. Appreciate it. That's sick.
I think you said Chaps. Chaps is a pretty clean driver. If something happened there, I'd be hard pressed to think it was intentional.
Oh, there's my fucking race.
It's not done yet. We got a caution in Sector 2.
There
We
goes
have
Loaded.
a Haas around.
Fucking
Takashi
jump
retired.
right back onto the racing line.
And
What are you
Takeshi
doing?
DNFs.
Oh,
I
it's
believe
fun when we
Takeshi
get right back
DNFs
on
in
the
the pit
racing
road.
line.
One thing I don't understand, why would you DNF with 3 laps to go? You never know what can happen. Nichols with 63% ERS, classy, hot on his tail, still needing to get a good gap to maintain a P3 position. We got another caution in Sector 1 as Takeshi's car glitches.
Yep.
This is absolutely super beneficial to Nichols and Classy, as Zeech is a man on a mission going down in. He cannot make the pass. If he does, he could get a penalty for it.
Zeech makes the pass. He gets Maxi clean, and Zeech only has Nichols now. Oh, Takashi's car pulls over.
Zeech, though,
And
only
Zeech has-
5% ERS. Two Nichols
He's got
is
3 full laps
52.
now. Yep.
But
Oh man.
Nichols can
Oh, yeah.
work that gap, and boy,
Yep.
is he! Every little bit of straightaway he can, probably except for
gonna
the
have a
long straights, he's gonna work that ERS.
Also, both drivers on par with the limit of their tires. Nichols pushing the hards, and Zeech pushing the mediums. Neither too far gone yet, so both have a similar amount of wear on their tire.
And Dream to Cream, unfortunately, unless he gets any penalties removed, he's dropping 6 seconds back. He's going to go back to about the P13 position. So Moist still has a chance to salvage some points depending on what happens, because Waffles also has an issue and has dropped back.
Yep.
Or excuse me, has had an issue, I should say. Zeech, though, now in DRS with 2 laps to go on Nichols. Little to no ERS. Nichols saving every last little bit he can, but it's going to be a matter of whose tires are better, the mediums or the hards.
Alright, I got plenty in the fucking ass. Turn 1. That's thanks. Run me off the track. Yep.
Who was that, Chaps?
Got a fucking wheel up in there. Whatever. Fuck this race. Who's leading anyways? Nichols?
Oh yeah, Nichols, Zeech, and Maxi, but Maxi's got a penalty. And Tomo's right behind him, then Matt Attack, then Jamie Shelby, then Dung, then Dream the Cream, then Waffles, and then John.
Maxi is
Your top 10.
Maxi's close to being on the edge. If those tires
Yep,
for Prince Tomo drop off just a little bit on this last lap, he might salvage the P3.
7/10. That's what he needs.
That dog spun.
There's still P10 is still anyone's. P10 is anywhere from P10 to P13 right now too for that final point. Prince Tomo's picking up the fastest lap bonus point as it stands right now. Actually, no, I believe Pat Dog surpassed him. Actually, as a matter of fact, Pat Dog got it. Nobody's getting an extra bonus point at the top. All right, here we go. It is going to be the last DRS zone coming up. Nichols at 12%. Zeech around 9-10%. Now down to 6. Really working that ERS button. It's going to come down.
And you can just imagine
to
the
this.
pressure that Nichols is under right now.
Nichols is on it. He's fighting it.
Yep. If Zeech can keep his momentum, he can keep that momentum going throughout that whole back straight before they both break at Parabolica, but it doesn't seem like he has it.
They're both on the
seems like-
ERS. They're both on the ERS.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a drag race, but I think Nichols is gonna sneak away
Yeah,
with
he's
this
gonna
one,
edge
which
him
Nichols has done very well.
He deserves
Qualified-
it. He just absolutely deserves it.
He
John C.
qualified-
loses it last
he
lap.
Qualified P5, finished P2, and he's gonna
One
walk
sprint.
away with it.
Yeah, Nichols won the sprint and wins Monza. So he takes double.
Pat Dog won the sprint. Jamie Shelby
Oh,
goes around the
you're right.
Parabolica,
You're right,
giving up absolute positions. Everybody and just says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna DNF." Unfortunately, does
I am
not,
wrong.
but allows Waffles to get back in it. Dream to Cream somehow stays in the points despite a 6-second penalty. Very impressive. Classy drops back to the P4, was not able to gap it enough, unfortunately. And that's all she wrote. JMN's working to come around and finish his last drive by very far back. Just kind of riding it down in fourth, maybe trying to blow that engine, but he did unlap himself. So with John C. DNF, and he's going to move up one more position.
Yeah, what a race.
Ooh. Fat saying Zeech potentially broke the safety car rules?
Oh, snap. If there's evidence, we'll have to wait till see some incident. It's posted.
Oh, that would be a one-grid drop. That would have,
the next person.
That'd be Nichols being a 10-point advantage, which is what he kind of needs to help. And there you have it for round 6. Nichols picking up his second win, I believe it is, of the year with Zeech in P2, but apparently a questionable P2. And Waffles, or I'm sorry, I believe that's Tomo making his way up to P3 on an absolute beautiful recovery drive. Unfortunately for Maxi, who had a phenomenal drive himself, 3-second penalty, he just could not get the gap that was required in order to secure that podium position.
Yeah, what a strategy move by Tomo by going onto those softs at the end. He would not have gained that podium if he hadn't pitted for the new softs.
No, absolute hell of a drive, moving up 11 positions in the last, albeit, 9-10 laps, I think it was. Really putting those softs
yeah, absolutely
to the max extent they could. And there you have it. This is the final finishing order. Nichols, Zeech, Tomo, Classy, Matt Attack, Hold My Dung, Waffles, Jamie Shelby, Dream to Cream in the reserve position, As Chaps, Loaded Beast, Crying Oak, Big Moist, Pat Dog, John C, JMN, Takeshi, Priority Bean, Fat Lives Matter, and Woody Main rounding it out. John C going a lap down, but as you mentioned, J&M did not actually get his lap back, unfortunately. He remains one lap down. Cream to Cream sneaking out a valuable 2 points. He probably would have loved not to have that 6-second penalty, as that would have resulted in, I believe, a P7 finish. P7 finish, which would have been an extra, I believe, 3 points. So that hurts a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. We will see you next weekend at Monaco, where I cannot wait to watch the streams. It's going to be absolutely enticing. It's juicy. I wish I could see it.
I think Fat said it was going to be a night race too, so I hope it's a night race. It's going to be a good.
That would mess with the tires a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully we get a mad race next Sunday. All right, catch you guys later.
Hey, good luck, Matt. Thank you for joining us as always in the broadcast booth. Also, big shout out and thanks to the one and only Moist. It wasn't the race you hoped to have, but hopefully a week off and a nice little respite will bring you nice and hot for next Wednesday.
So I'm getting fucking obliterated tomorrow after that shit show.
Let's do it. Let's have a day. We will not Sunday, unfortunately, as we will be out of town, but we will see you next Wednesday, 1 week today, for round number 8 in Paul Ricard. We'll see you soon. Stay safe and looking forward to it.